Hey guys, how's it going? So in this video I'm going to show you how to fix a faulty glove box latch on your Mazda Protege. This is a 2000 Mazda Protege ES, and so basically the issue here is that, you know, maybe one day you opened your glove box and then you went to close it, and then later on you went to go and open it again, but what would happen is you would open this and nothing else would come out. The actual latch itself isn't working, and now whatever's in your glove box is stuck. Hopefully it didn't happen to you while you got pulled over and you were looking for your license and registration. Maybe not license, just registration. Anyways, let me go ahead and show you how to fix this. The first issue is ironic because you'll want to take the glove box out in order to replace the compartment. And so you can do this in one of two ways. One, you can do what I did and you can just brute force the thing out. So what I did is I took a flathead, I stuck it in between like this little line area right here, and I kind of pried and pried and pried until I was able to break the mechanism on the inside and get the actual glove box to fall out. So that's one option. That's your nuclear option, I guess. And then the other option, I read in a thread somewhere that there's actually underneath this latch there's two metal tabs, and you can take like a metal wire and hook onto that tab and I guess pull it and it'll release the mechanism. I didn't take that method, so I'm not really too familiar with it, but I'll leave a link in the description to that little thread. You can go ahead and read it and maybe you'll get a better idea than what I could explain. Whichever method you do, after you get this mechanism, your glove box, back open, basically now you just want to take it out. You could leave it in here, but it's easier to take all your things out, take the actual glove box out. So what you're going to do is basically you'll push in on the left hand side right here, and then underneath you might be able to see that there is a kind of like a rubber stopper. There's a rubber stopper right there, so that's what we're trying to basically get out. So what we'll do is we'll push this and that'll kind of be released right there, and then slowly and carefully you'll kind of pull this out. Also you'll push on this side as well, so you'll push on both sides and then we'll kind of pull it out. So let me go ahead and show you. Right there. So we got two rubber stoppers. So after that, basically you're just going to, there will be like a little mouth that's kind of like hooked onto a rod right there, a plastic rod, and then you'll just pull this way, and then you got your actual glove box compartment out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this to a cleaner, more spacious workplace, and we're just going to go ahead and set it down, and then we'll go ahead and switch out the mechanism there. And if you had to do it on the spot, you wouldn't have to necessarily take this out once you get this down, but just for a clean video, I'm going to go ahead and show you in a cleaner work area, and then we'll fix this and we'll bring it back. So let's go ahead and move over there. Let's go ahead and take a closer look. So over here, by the way, spoiler alert, my next video may be PS Vita Slim teardown or screen replacement, but anyway, so you just go ahead and ignore that over there. So this right here is my latch. This is the latch on my original glove box. So as you can see, it's broken to pieces. I was pretty frustrated, and so I kept on, the thing is I kept on pulling the latch, but there was no release, and so I just pulled and it broke off. And then as you can see here, it's pushed in, basically it's deformed, it's dented in. Basically this is where I took like a flathead and then like I pried it back and I pulled it out against the locking mechanism as much as I can. So that's where that damage was done. And then so if I flip it around, you'll see over here that there's nothing here that I can use as leverage to open this up. And again, there will be a link in the description that shows you how you can potentially unlock this. I think it said something about using a steel wire to like get behind like these plastic tabs right here and like pull it or something. Now for the repair. So this may be one of the easiest repairs that you do. What we're going to do is we're going to get the replacement part. So here's the replacement part right here. And let me just go ahead and show you. So I'll just pull the latch back. And on this side you'll see that there's this like metal tongue or something right there, so when I pull, that moves out the way. So that's what should be happening. This part actually, it comes with its own hardware, but I mean I already have the ones from here that I could potentially reuse. In either case, it doesn't really matter. So basically we're going to take this out and put this on, and all it is 3 screws right here. They're all crosshead, so you'll want to use like a Phillips, and basically just take those out and then we'll put this one in. But also as a note, if there ever was a time to clean the inside of your glove box, this is probably the best opportunity to do so. So I'll probably do that first, and then go ahead and switch this out. So that cleaning part wasn't necessary, it was just a preference thing. So choose to do it, choose not to do it. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started with changing this latch. Fuck. You know what, fuck this. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take those screws out. They'll come out. And this one needs a little bit of motivation. Alright, so 3 screws out. I'm just going to go ahead and put those to the side. And now I'm going to flip this back over. And already you can see that it's pretty rickety and loose, so I'm just going to try to maybe shimmy it out. Okay, there we go. So there is the broken part. So just to go ahead and compare, here is, let's see, this is the working, this is the broken, and so it should be sitting like that, but this one's like definitely sticking out. But anyways, we'll just go ahead and toss that to the side. Now we're going to want to put this one on. So take these screws out. It was really nice of them to keep the hardware as well. I don't know if I should be impressed with that, but okay. So if I go ahead and put it right here, so you'll see it looks nice again. It looks right again, so it looks nice. Let me just go ahead and secure it down. So I'm going to end up using the screws that they gave me. I would want to originally keep everything as the original parts that I had, but since these screws came with this latch thing, I feel like maybe they'll just fit better. You know, they've already kind of, if they stripped to fit in here. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It may or may not make any sense, but you can choose to use your original or the replacement ones if they send you replacement ones. And again, for this part, I'll leave the link in the description. They do have, the model number will vary, or the part number, I'm sorry, that will vary depending on the color of your glove box. So I think the last 2 digits will change. So I'll try to have all colors linked. So mine is gray, but there's also, I believe, like a brown or a purple or something like that. So that's secured down, and basically all we have to do is go ahead and put this back in. Now that we're back in the car and I have the new latch inside of the glove box, I'm going to go ahead and put it back on and then test it out. So basically putting it back on is just as easy as taking it off. Again, all we have to really do is put this side in and then make sure this part is hooked down, and then just kind of squeeze it. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so in that little hole right there, that's where we're going to put this part. It's going to just go ahead and fit inside, and then on this little area right here, that's going to be held on by this clamp right there. That's going to clamp onto there, and then the other one's going to go in the hole. So we'll put this one in first and then have the clamp go on. Alright, just gonna... Okay, and it's not going to go in a whole lot. It's just going to kind of stick I guess the tip will just stick in right there, and I can't wait to see the comments. So that is kind of just sticking itself in at the tip, and then right here you'll see that this little area right there will line up with this. So if I can keep the light on it, I'll try to show you. Alright, so now you're not going to hear a click or anything, but after you do that, we're just going to go ahead and push this in so this part can come out can get, I guess, pushed in enough to where it can come over there. So let me just go ahead and try to do it in one last motion instead of talking. I like to kind of over explain these things just so you guys can get all the information. But yeah, basically that part's in and that part's in. Alright, so yeah, I pushed it up, and now you can kind of see basically that little part is what kind of just holds it from falling all the way down. See, right there. Alright, so now our glove box is back in. Should be able to close it. I'm trying to do it nicely. There we go. And then so when I pull the latch now, it should come out. So it works, and we got it fixed. There is just a little bit of like uneasiness at first, and I think that has to do with the fact that I kind of banged it up over here. I guess future reference, if you kind of want to be a little easier on the little metal latch, you can already open it ahead of time, close it, then let go. I know a lot of people just tend to like have it come down and then just kind of bang it on. But yeah, okay, there we go. It's a little more refined now. After fiddling with it a little bit, it comes out, it closes a lot easier. Alright guys, so there we go. We got our glove box working again. We can put all our stuff back in there and then just close it right back up. I hope this video was educational, maybe even entertaining. Hopefully it got the glove box in your car working again. And if you like these videos, please go ahead and like, comment, maybe even subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.